Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sisca Winda Arista. I'm from 6th semester at University Islamic Majapahit, Mojokerto. In here I will present about my thesis proposal with the title The Effectiveness of Using Arranging Jumble Sentences Game in Teaching Writing the Context at 11th Grade Islamic High School Al Mustafa Canggu, Mojokerto. The first is introduction, background of the study, why arranging jumble sentences game. Based on Tarbiyah in Zulaika 2013, game in foreign language class may be used to motivate students to create a more relaxing English class. If the students are involved in playing game and they do not realize that they are practicing language. From the statement can be concluded that the game is proper and interesting way in the English teaching learning process because the student will improve their skill, especially in writing. The student can absorb easily what the teacher teach. It is a cause they learn, enjoy, and relax. And the next, why writing recontext. Pitner and Baskurman 2009 defined that students could not organize their ideas and argument by using appropriate style of writing and that express their thoughts clearly in English. In brief, the difficulty of writing is not about developing the ideas but also how to make the idea can be understood by readers and readers. And finally, based on the explanation above, it can be concluded that there are some causes of students' difficulties in writing recontext. So it is a reason why I choose recontext, and I want to make students more easier to study about the recontext by this game. And the research problems. First, how effective is the use of game arranging jumbled sentences in teaching writing recontext? And second, what are the advantages of game arranging jumbled sentences in teaching writing recontext? And the next is objective of the research. The first is to find out the effectiveness of using game arranging jumbled sentences in teaching writing recontext, and the second to know the advantages of game arranging jumbled sentence in teaching writing recontext. The significance of the research. First, for students, the student will get an interesting and enjoyable experience in writing learning process, and the second, for teacher, the teachers can improve their teaching learning method in writing order to get the result as their expectation to the education organized and get better output. And the last, the readers, it can give information and contribution to the knowledge. The next definition of key terms, the teaching writing. Teaching writing in the student means that the delivering material to the student about how to arrange the jumbled sentences into good paragraph. And recontext is a text which written event or experience in the past. Its purpose is either to inform or more to entertain in the audience. And then arranging jumbled sentences game. Arranging jumbled sentence game in the student means a game by arranging the disordered sentences into a good paragraph. Chapter 2, review of related literature. A. The nature of writing. B. The definition of writing. According to Sion, writing is an activity with some stage or steps. And C. Process of writing. Writing process is process that will illuminate some of the complexities involved in creating writing text. Tompkins, 1994, divided the process of writing into 5 stages: pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and publishing. And D. Teaching writing. According to the Brown, said that teaching is a showing or helping someone to learn how to do something, giving instruction, guiding of study something, providing with knowledge, causing to know, understand. And the next, review of related literature. A. Components of writing. According to the Hackers, it will be described first grammatical skill, vocabulary, organization, and mechanical skills. And F. A basic of writing. According to Harris, that of the entire skill has a basic in itself, especially in writing. The basic of skill is something important to develop by the student of the language class. Someone who is studying about the language has to mastering the basic first. And G context according to Naps, P and Watkins, 1904. Say that recount is to list and describe past experience by retelling events in the order in which they happened, chronological order. Recount it is a written to retell events with the purpose of either informing or entertaining the audience, or both. And H, arranging jumble sentences game, picks on Oxford Learner Pocket Dictionary at 19. Arrange is plan or organize something in advance. Based on Cambridge, jumble means an entity and mixture of thing, feeling, or idea. It also means to make things together untilely, to mix in a confuse. And then, based on that statement, it can be concluded that jumble sentences game is a kind of game by arranging the disordered sentence into a good arrangement. And review of related studies. I have 5. You can see in my PowerPoint. From Media Stuti and Sulaika and Astuti, Ulekli, Wati. There is a gap in this part. Okay, next is chapter 3, research method. The research design, I use a quantitative design with a pre-test and post-test experimental design. Subject of the research, the subject of the research are the student of Islamic Senior High School Al-Mustafa, especially 11th grade in the academic year 2021 and 2022. The technique, I use a test and questionnaire survey. The research variable, arranging the jumbled sentences as the independent variable and the context as the dependent variable. And the procedure text, I use pre-test the first, and the second I give a treatment, and the last I give the post-test. And the technique of analyzing data, I using a statistical analysis SPSS program with the descriptive statistic. And the technique of validating data, I using the validity test and reliability test with the SPSS program. And then the hypothesis. This hypothesis aims to reveal the researcher's problem, which is formulated as follows: is the use of the arranging jumble sentences game effective in teaching writing the context at 11th grade Islamic High School Al-Mustafa? So to provide a tentative answer to this problem, the hypothesis is put forward as follows: the use of arranging jumble sentences game is effective in teaching writing the context at 11th grade Islamic High School Al-Mustafa. And the next is references. The references, so name and the year and the title and the place and yeah, this is so in references the title should be italic. Okay, I think it's enough from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.